Jake was a smart boy, always quick with a reply, whether it was helpful or not. If his mom asked him to finish his homework, he would fold his arms and huff, "Why should I? It's boring." If his dad told him to turn off the TV, Jake would grumble, "But I'm in the middle of my show." At school, things weren't much different. When his teacher asked the class to line up quietly, Jake would roll his eyes. Why do we have to do this every day? If his friends wanted to share their ideas, Jake would shake his head. That's not fun. We should do what I want. At first, Jake thought he was just being honest. He felt powerful, always having the last word. But the more he talked back, the more people seemed frustrated with him. One afternoon, Jake ran outside to play with his friends. "Let's play my game," he announced. But his friends exchanged glances and shrugged. "We're playing something else," one of them said. Then they turned away. Jake frowned. That wasn't supposed to happen. Later that evening, Jake called his cat, Whiskers, to come for dinner. "Come here right now," he commanded. But Whiskers just flicked his tail and strolled in the opposite direction. Feeling confused and annoyed, Jake went to talk to his mom, but she only sighed and said, "Jake, maybe it's time to think about how you use your words." That night, Jake had a very strange dream. He found himself in a world where words floated in the air like bubbles. Every time he spoke, the words turned into bouncing balls, zooming back toward him. "I don't want to," he shouted, and the words hit him. Boing. "This is unfair," he yelled, and they bounced harder. Bam. Soon, he was surrounded by his own angry words, piling up until he could barely move. Just when he thought he would be buried under them, a wise old turtle waddled into view. "Jake," the turtle said, "do you see what happens when you throw words without thinking?" Jake nodded, rubbing his sore arms. "They come back to me, and they hurt." The turtle smiled gently. "Words are powerful. When you use them carelessly, they create trouble. But when you use them with kindness, they can bring people closer." Slowly, the bouncing words started disappearing. Jake felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted. The next morning, he woke up with the dream fresh in his mind. When his mom asked him to set the table, he took a deep breath and said, "Okay, I don't love doing it, but I'll help." His mom smiled, surprised but pleased. At school, when his friend suggested a new game, Jake hesitated, then said, "Okay, let's try it." His friends grinned, happy to include him. That evening, he called Whiskers softly, "Come here, buddy." This time, the cat purred and trotted over. Jake realized something important. Words could push people away or bring them closer. From that day on, he chose them wisely, and life became much better because of it.